Hi, it's Rob Saik with another AgvisorPOD, and today we're lucky enough to have Kris Poulson. He lives just outside of Fargo, North Dakota, and he's the CEO of FarmQA. Been CEO since May of 2024. Kris, welcome to the AgvisorPOD.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Rob.
Yeah, it's great to have you on AgvisorPRO. AgvisorPRO is working to connect folks like you, technology experts and companies with agricultural people who need your products and services. Can you talk to us a little bit about FarmQA, where it started and what you guys are up to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been around since 2015, and what we aim to do is service the agronomist, the person, whether at retail or independent or at a food company, that's really trying to do something from an agronomic standpoint. So really better that acre and that particular crop. So what we've done is kind of built a backbone or your come to work, software and mobile application, if you will, that allows the agronomist to do their day to day, whether that's planning pre-season of how they're going to, kind of attack that particular acre, or it's the actual scouting of that acre. We allow them to make templates, do notes, right down to fertility recommendations. We pull in imagery data layers, and then we actually do some regression analysis type analytics on that data, so you kind of see historical trends over time. And if we did this, this has happened over the last X amount of years. So you can kind of think of FarmQA as an agronomist come to work software that helps them really operate and streamline their efficiencies with their time.
Okay. I was just in at a conference recently, and I was speaking to some Canadians actually that were using your product. And so your geographic footprint, again, you described your marketplace as agronomists and agri retailers, those people who are servicing farmers. Can you talk a little bit about your geographic footprint?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're currently in about a half dozen countries, but predominantly North America. US and Canada is really our bread and butter, and where we're kind of focused. We're actually servicing a little over 30 million acres today. The way that we
Wow.
measure acres are a little bit different than the average person. It's not a lot of fluff. So someone had to physically go into that field and make a scouting note and a recommendation or a combination of a few different things to get counted. So people are utilizing the system and we continue to grow.
Wow. Well, congratulations on that. There's a lot, there has been a lot. I think there's more attrition right now than addition of farm management and agricultural management software on the marketplace today. How do you differentiate yourself in the marketplace? What are some things that FarmQA is doing? One of the things I heard is simplicity. So let's hear what you have to say about what you guys how and how you differentiate yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the thing that makes us the most unique in the marketplace is we have a ton of happy customers that love the product because of exactly what you said, Rob. It's very intuitive the way that you can actually go about utilizing it. And the thing that is probably the most sticky is this thing right here, right? It's in everyone's pocket, and you can run our whole entire application right from the mobile app. So when that agronomist or that agriculture professional is in that field, they can literally do everything right down to sending necessary pieces of information to their grower while they're still in the field. So when they leave that field, they can 100% be done, which makes us really unique in the marketplace.
So that's really interesting. So you have a lot of mobile centric capability inside of FarmQA. What are some of the differentiating features or some of the things that FarmQA is being used for? I'm thinking here about, can you describe a little bit around analytics and prescription writing, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the unique things that we do is we take a whole bunch of data, whether that's harvest data, scouting notes, historical spray records, and we can actually give you a chart and a flow over time of what's working, what's more effective. We do analytics on imagery as well. So one product that we have is actually called Harvest Tracker. So we
Oh,
actually track harvest progress in sugar beets predominantly. So the sugar processing facilities know how many beets are still in the field, right down to, we'll call it a couple tenths of an acre, as well as what's already been delivered to the pile. And then they could actually do an analysis based off of the tonnage and the sugar that's come in, off of how much inventory they really have. So we have a product that is unique and we use imagery for that, but specifically in sugar beets.
I uh, I didn't know you guys did that. That's actually connecting the farmer, the field, the agronomist, the harvest, all the way through to the end buyer, which is the sugar beet plant. That's pretty cool. You guys, did you develop that as a customized solution in conjunction with them on consultation, or how did you do that?
Yeah, so it was done through consultation with a few of the sugar co-ops, but we built it ourselves and then tested
Yeah.
it with a handful. So last year is its first, we'll call it soft launch year. So it was in beta test before soft launch. So we had people out in many different geographies utilizing it. Three of the major sugar co-ops were utilizing it this last year. Then we'll go full launch now in 25, where we hope to have all of the major sugar cooperatives, sugar beet cooperatives. On the system.
So, well, congratulations on that. So,
Thanks.
if I was an agronomist or an ag retailer and I'm looking to assess what kind of software that I should utilize in the marketplace, FarmQA, how does it go? How does the process? If I was to engage with you, let's say we connected with you on AgvisorPRO, which is what I'm trying to do, is connect people on AgvisorPRO. Let's say somebody connected with you on AgvisorPRO. Lead me through how you would be onboarding this new agronomist.
Absolutely. So there's a couple ways that we could do it. We actually have a bunch of tutorials or self-help ability for people to onboard. So we would probably send you a link to our website. You would log in and then you can go through the tutorial to onboard. Or option two, or behind door number two, is you reach out, you want to be a little bit more white glove service. We onboard all of our customers for free. So we'll walk through and help you with it. You actually have a human walking you through it. And then
Hold it. You
just
have a human walking you through
That's right.
it?
That's it's this foreign concept nowadays. But yeah, it turns out that we still do that and people love it. But actually, we're also on the bleeding edge, if you will, of also incorporating AI technology. So one of the things that we also have is we call it the chatbot. So we've created our own AI self learning mechanism right within the tool. So now if you have questions, you could literally just type in there, how do I create a spray record, and it's going to populate how to do it, or can you do it for me, these are the products, and it'll just do it for you. So we're also incorporating some AI into the platform to help streamline it.
Well, those are all tools. Of course, AI is fairly ubiquitous now. Everybody's figuring out their own use cases. Just going back to the basics for a second, because I started my career pulling soil cores and doing soil samples and then making recommendations. Uh, FarmQA handles all of that. Do you guys integrate with the soil labs?
We do. We don't integrate with all of them, but we do integrate with some, and then we're conforming to the Modus
Yep.
system. So then we'll be able to do a lot more, but we do with some, not quite all of them today.
So Modus, if in case you're listening to this and you're wondering what that is, that's a kind of a platform or protocol that soil labs use to dump in the data into maybe like a Excel spreadsheet, and then the programmers in FarmQA are able to pluck out from each one of those cells the exact information that you're looking for in the software. How is that for an explanation, Chris? Not bad, eh?
Yeah, I couldn't have done any better. So I'm glad that you did it and I didn't.
Hey, talk to me a little bit about why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you do what you do, Chris?
Yeah, well, I my whole life has been in agriculture, production agriculture. Grew up on a family farm, rural North Dakota. Got my undergrad degree in agriculture economics from North Dakota State University, and I just live and breathe agriculture and technology. So, any opportunity that I get that I can marry those two things, right? I feel like I could actually truly make a difference in agriculture and really help better each individual acre to help feed and fuel an ever-growing population globally. I try to do that. Gets me up in the morning. It really kind of motivates me. I love the agriculture industry, and I can't imagine doing anything else.
Well, that's great. Um, let's wind this up, Chris, with a little bit of crystal ball gazing for Farm QA, looking into the future, or maybe just looking at the challenges facing agriculture. There's just a lot of technology, a lot of stuff hitting farmers very, very quickly. Where do you see yourself? What do you see the problems that you're addressing, and where do you see yourself in Farm QA in 3 years from now? What do you think?
Yeah. So I think the problems that we're addressing is um, helping digitize the farm, right? I think that our agronomists are gathering so much data and pulling different things in for each individual farmer. And now we have historical record online with actual context to it.
Yeah.
And all these, I keep saying AI, and actually, I don't really like the term because it's so ambiguous of what it could mean.
I've started using the word SI in some cases, which is specific intelligence, because if you're really, you don't want fabrication agriculture. If you throw a question into AI, you can get a lot of fabrication. But the more specific the answer is, the more useful it becomes.
Yeah, I like that. Maybe I'll start taking that page out of your playbook. So where I was going with this is there's all these models that are getting built, but it all is going to be dependent on good quality data to feed those models. So that's really kind of how we view ourselves going forward is kind of the conduit to getting these models the data that they need, whether we're creating the models or someone else is creating the models. That's the answer to the latter part of your question. The first part is what's happening in agriculture is it's not a pretty picture out there today. It's a lot of suppressed markets, and you hear about a lot of layoffs at major corporations. So hopefully we can weather the storm here in the next couple of years, come out the other side unscathed and actually growing.
Well, I've been in the business a long time, Chris, and I can tell you that businesses like yours advance faster during tough times because resources have to be allocated more carefully. This is where FarmQA comes in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for being on the AgVisor Pod. You're on AgVisor Pro. People can connect with you in a variety of different ways, but download AgVisor Pro, connect with FarmQA there, or just reach out to them. They're available on all the different channels out there. Kris, I want to thank you for doing what you do and taking some time to share your vision with us. Really excited to watch you guys grow. And like I said, I was talking to one of the agronomists in Canada just the other day who was using your product and very satisfied with it. So
Good.
congratulations to you. Thanks for being on AgVisor Pro and the AgVisor podcast.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good springtime.
All right. You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye.